Jojo Fraser. Wow. Shut it, perfect mum. Let's talk about that, shall we?
It's quite direct, isn't it?
It really is. Not mucking around. Definitely not mucking around. Still has the power 5 years on from the release of the book.
It still does. I've since written other material. I've just not shared it with the world yet. But there is that theme there of trying to be perfect, of tidying up the toys when seeing them as mess rather than play and imagination. And just, when you hop onto Instagram and you get those feeds of the perfect homes. And I do know people that actually love cleaning. And I say, if it makes you really, really happy and you have time for it, fantastic. But perhaps you're a bit of a dreamer. When I was a kid, I would sit writing in my room. It wasn't a tidy room. I didn't come from a show home. There was a lot of love in our home, but it wasn't tidy. And, we joke about that. It was, my mum, we were well fed, and my memories aren't of that. Oh, get your shoes, get all your clothes tidied. My memories are of playing and just being myself. And I like that. I do understand a bit of order is good for us, because if it gets too over the top, I can see how that's not great for the mind, right? It's chaos. So there's maybe a time and a place, but every day I don't think is realistic for most of us. If you've got kids, if you've got other passions and dreams, there's no way. If I'd kept my house immaculate when I was trying to write the book and launch the podcast and the blog and stuff, there's no way I would have had time to do that. I wouldn't have had the book. I would have had a tidy house, but then the next day you'd have to tidy and to get to that standard again and again and again. So what I say is, do what works for you, and if you can live with it, and I could live with it. There were a few rows, can't the house be a bit tidier? But I say, look, there are always going to be more dishes, there's always going to be more laundry, and some days you just have to live in a bit more mess because you need to tick things off the list, things that are going to last. These dreams, they can stop us. I don't want to die saying, my house was immaculate every day, but I didn't do anything else. Because you could spend the whole day cleaning. There would always be something more to do for these perfect homes. And I just don't think that's healthy. I think, shut it, perfect mum, perfect dad, whatever voice is in your head, it needs to pipe down sometimes.
What advice can you give to Janine here?
Goodness, well, be kind to yourself, first of all. Self-compassion. You're doing your best. You're a very loving mum. And I think a little bit of acceptance there that teenagers do smell a bit, and they go through that stage where they just don't care. He may turn out to be super clean. Like, my husband was like that as a teenager. His room was filthy. He was just a slob, but he is so good around the house now, sort of 20 odd years later. So you never know. It's not always a reflection. We go through those stages and phases in our life. And I think teenagers, I just remember wanting to sit in my room and listen to music and, do my own thing. And it's just, it's a stage in life. Don't be hard on yourself. You're doing a great job. And we can only, you don't know what they're taking in as well. He'll be taking in things from you subconsciously that you perhaps don't even know,
Tidy house is the sign of a wasted life. Jojo, how do you feel about that?
Oh, I kind of like it a little bit, unless you absolutely love cleaning, then do your thing. I'm not going to judge, but I don't love cleaning, I'm afraid. I'll do what I can to get by and smell good.
that is important. Jojo Fraser, thank you very much indeed for being our guest.